Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Dinar and Dong updates, Iraq's economic transformation, and the future of the Iraqi dinar. Key developments and insights. Iraq is undergoing a significant economic shift, marked by major policy changes, global financial interactions, and evolving monetary strategies. For investors and analysts closely monitoring the Iraqi dinar, IQD, these developments offer valuable insights into the potential revaluation, RV, of the currency and Iraq's overall financial direction. In this comprehensive analysis, we'll cover Iraq's relationship with the United Nations, the digital transformation of Iraq's banking system, potential exchange rate changes and currency policies, the impact of global oil prices on Iraq's economy, geopolitical shifts, and their influence on the Iraqi dinar, Iraq's discussions with the International Monetary Fund, IMF, financial reserves and stability measures, unique bond auctions and monetary innovations, predictions for the Iraqi dinar's future. With so much happening behind the scenes, these factors could play a crucial role in determining Iraq's financial future. Let's explore them in detail. Iraq and the United Nations. A turning point. For years, Iraq has been under the influence of the United Nations, UN, due to its post-war reconstruction and financial obligations. However, recent discussions regarding UN Security Council Resolution 2732 indicate that Iraq is moving towards greater financial independence. This resolution suggests the gradual withdrawal of the UN's direct involvement in Iraq's economic affairs. The significance of this lies in potential financial settlements that Iraq may soon receive. Many analysts believe that these settlements could be linked to a shift in Iraq's currency valuation. What does this mean for the Iraqi dinar? As Iraq gains more economic sovereignty, it is expected to introduce monetary policy adjustments that could impact the value of the dinar. Investors are closely watching these developments, as currency revaluation has long been anticipated. Iraq's banking system goes digital, a major shift. One of the biggest advancements in Iraq's financial sector is the move toward digital banking. The governor of the Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, Ali al-Alak, recently announced the implementation of a digital banking system set to launch this Saturday. Why is this important? 1. Improved efficiency. Digital banking reduces reliance on physical cash, streamlining transactions across the economy. 2. Greater transparency. Digital records help curb corruption and money laundering. 3. Modernization. Iraq aligns with global financial trends, making its economy more attractive to foreign investors. This shift raises an important question. Could this lead to a change in the exchange rate? Many experts believe that moving away from a cash-heavy economy is a step toward removing the program rate that has kept the dinar artificially low. While nothing is confirmed, this is a significant move toward potential currency appreciation. The Iraqi dinar, will the exchange rate change? The exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar, IQD, has been a widely debated topic. Many insiders and economic reports suggest that Iraq is considering a new monetary policy approach. There are several signs indicating a possible shift. Increasing focus on using the dinar for major transactions instead of the US dollar. Rising foreign reserves and economic diversification efforts. Stronger ties with international financial institutions, such as the IMF. These factors point towards a future where Iraq could adjust the value of its currency to better reflect its economic standing. Geopolitical shifts, how U.S. policies affect Iraq's economy. Recent geopolitical events have added another layer of complexity to Iraq's financial landscape. One of the most notable changes is the United States' decision to end Iraq's exemption from purchasing electricity from Iran. Why does this matter? For years, Iraq relied on Iran for energy imports, as its domestic power generation has struggled to meet demand. However, the Trump administration's policy shift forces Iraq to seek alternative energy sources. This could impact Iraq's financial stability in two key ways. 1. Increased expenses. Iraq may have to find new, more expensive suppliers. 2. Greater economic independence. Reducing reliance on Iran may encourage domestic energy development, strengthening Iraq's economy in the long run. As energy costs shift, investors are watching to see how this will influence Iraq's fiscal policies and currency valuation. Oil prices and their effect on Iraq's economy. Since Iraq is heavily dependent on oil revenues, fluctuations in the global oil market directly impact its economy. Economist G. Sampson recently stated that declining oil prices might force Iraq to adjust its exchange rate and reduce government expenditures. Key factors to watch. If oil prices fall, Iraq may devalue its currency to stabilize the budget. If oil prices rise, Iraq could strengthen its financial reserves, potentially boosting the dinar's value. Given these possibilities, investors should closely monitor global oil trends, as they could shape Iraq's next major economic decision. Iraq's talks with the IMF. A positive outlook. Between February 24th and 26th, Iraq held key discussions with the International Monetary Fund, IMF, in Amman, Jordan. Participants included Iraq's finance minister and CBI governor, who outlined the country's economic performance and future growth strategies. Key highlights. Non-oil GDP growth is expected to reach 5% in 2024. Overall economic growth is projected at 3.5% for 2025. The IMF supports Iraq's efforts to diversify its economy, particularly through agriculture and infrastructure projects. One major takeaway is that Iraq is making significant fiscal reforms aimed at strengthening the Iraqi dinar's stability and reducing budget deficits. Iraq's financial reserves. A strong foundation, CBI Governor Mustafa Alak recently reassured investors that Iraq's monetary situation is strong, with foreign currency reserves exceeding $110 billion and gold holdings at 153 tons. Why is this significant? These reserves ensure currency stability, reducing risks of inflation or devaluation. Iraq is reinforcing economic self-reliance, making the dinar less susceptible to external pressures. High reserves boost investor confidence, potentially leading to greater foreign investments. Innovative bond auctions. A game changer. Iraq recently introduced a unique bond auction strategy aimed at encouraging domestic investment. Unlike traditional government bonds, these specialized bonds were tailored to attract Iraqi citizens, offering competitive interest rates, bonuses linked to increased purchasing power, an incentive to hold dinars rather than relying on the US dollar. Financial expert Pompey Peter highlighted that this move is designed to reduce cash circulation, stabilize the money supply, and enhance confidence in Iraq's banking sector. The future of the Iraqi dinar. What's next? Speculation surrounding a potential revaluation, RV, of the Iraqi dinar continues to grow. Intel guru Mars recently suggested that the dinar could be valued between $3.50 and $4.50 in the near future. What could drive this change? 1. The end of the UN's financial oversight. 2. A successful transition to digital banking. 3. Improved foreign reserves and economic diversification. 4th, a reduction in oil dependence. 5. Stronger partnerships with international financial institutions. While these projections remain unverified, the potential for a significant dinar appreciation has fueled excitement among investors. Final thoughts. A promising economic future for Iraq. Iraq's financial landscape is undergoing a historic transformation. With the UN's involvement decreasing, digital banking advancements, strategic IMF discussions, and strong financial reserves, Iraq is positioning itself for a more stable and prosperous future. While challenges remain, the foundations for currency appreciation and long-term economic stability are being laid. Investors should remain cautiously optimistic, keeping a close watch on Iraq's evolving policies and global economic trends. The Iraqi dinar's future is still unfolding, but one thing is clear: Iraq is taking significant steps towards financial independence, stability, and growth.